What's up, spectators? Welcome back to the episode of Last Window. We've made it back here to speak with Tony again, because now we have stuff to throw back in his face about him plotting to steal that old guy's money. Frank? Was that his name? Frank? What is it? Just what the hell are you up to? I can't tell you. I just can't. If I let you in on this, then you're gonna know how worthless of a human being I am. Tony, you're not a worthless human being. Really? You shouldn't have such a low opinion of yourself. But if you're so sure that whatever you're up to is going to soil your name, then stop what you're about to do and leave. It's always the same. Every time I do something like this, I end up regretting it later. That's all I do is regret. What's this plan you're talking about? I can't tell you. Out with it. You're not doing a very good job of hiding it anyway. What? You're planning to extort money from Frank? No. The old man told me everything. He told me that you called him up here with something you needed to talk about. He what? But when he got here, you were nowhere to be seen. Then I turned up and he went back to his room. That's what he said? Great, now you know. I was planning to have him meet me up here. Then I was going to make him a deal he couldn't refuse. Ever since the notice went out about this place closing, he's been coming to the 4th floor to look for something. I noticed he carried his beloved tape recorder with him when he did. So I thought if I could hear the contents of the tape, I'd know what it was that he was after. What do you regret doing, Tony? Well, you see, it's about what you did in the past, isn't it? What? What do you know about my past? I've heard all about you, Tony. I was told by somebody who knew about your previous convictions. Who could have told you about that? Frank Raver. Him? How did he know? He's an ex-cop like me. Used to be part of the LAPD. Even though he's off the force, he still doesn't take too kindly to ex-felons. Figures. So now you know. Where's Frank's tape? I got it somewhere safe. I was planning on returning it to him if he could meet my price. I'm certain there's stuff on there that he'd rather keep to himself. Can't believe I've been such a fool. Yeah, you've pretty much redefined stupidity this time. You really need to think more. If you spent as much time on your music as you do on these crazy schemes, you might actually get somewhere and make some money. Threatening people with violence just doesn't suit you, you know? It's always the same old story. I end up doing stuff that isn't really me. That's how I managed to hurt the 2 people you heard about from Frank. I just started selling some of my music then too. My manager squandered the money we made from the concert. And I just saw red. Can't say he looked very pretty after I'd finished with him. The second time involved some street punk. There was a diehard fan who didn't stop listening to my stuff even after the first incident. And this punk started wailing on the guy. I jumped in and sent the punk to the hospital. This time I didn't get off so lightly. The record company severed my contract. From then on, all my efforts have amounted to next to nothing. I'm such an idiot! If you can see that this isn't the right way to live your life, then change. Yeah, you think if I could do that, I'd even be in this situation? If you're serious, then yes. If you stop thinking up ways to beat people senseless or get money from them, you'll be heading in the right direction. Sure, it'll take some time and might be a pain in the ass, but you'll get there in the end. And you'll be able to put the old Tony behind you and start afresh. You said start afresh. You're not the first person to tell me that's what I need to do. Who told you before? The fan I rescued from that punk. You know what that fan said to me? He said exactly what you just said. I love your songs, and I have them all, but you've got to get out of this rut you're in. You're only hurting yourself. Start afresh and put the past behind you. Start to live a better life. That's how it was, Hyde. I made a promise to that fan. I promised to start afresh and put the past behind me. I vowed to make the best music I'd ever made. Then maybe it's about time you made good on that promise. You wouldn't want to let your fans down, would you? Pull yourself together, Tony. You just have to really put your mind to it. You really think I can? You're right. What you said just now, I think I could change. I hope you can, for your sake. But what am I gonna do about the old man's tape? Give it to me. I'll look after it. Just tell him that you gave it to me and I'll sort out the rest. You serious? Would I say it if I wasn't? Tony gives me Frank's tape. I'm counting on you, Hyde. I'm gonna head back to my room. Tony makes his way out. I think I'll head back to my room too. No way I'm giving this back without hearing it first. Kyle, you sneaky boy. I see, so you weren't doing it to be nice? Alright, who am I gonna run into now? This is one of those games where I just constantly run into people. Have we been to the roof yet? I don't remember ever going to the roof. Alright, we're on the second floor, so... Also, someone in the comments was nice enough to mention that I can go to the character sheet. And that will tell me the apartment numbers of everyone. Yeah, that's pretty nice. That's nice to know. Thank you. Okay, now we're going to 202. Okay, so do I put it in... Isn't that my radio? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. What here can play cassettes? My record player. This wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. How do I, Oh, the thingy. This thingy. I'll play Frank's tape on my answer phone. Yes. Gotta take my own tape out first. This? Here. Let's see what this thing says. What? Gotta rewind it. Yeah. I figured it out. I figured out the puzzle. Are you serious? No way. I broke the tape! Oh my god, no. Oh. How could this be? Why wouldn't it just stop? It would stop. Alright, here we go. Fast forward. Alright, this time we're gonna try slide B. Because for some reason, rewind doesn't work. So that means if it didn't play on side A, that means it's ready to play on side B. And if we listen to side B, then we can go back to side A. Let's see what this thing says. Thagon di Howe. Coherent. This thing broken or something? Dagon he don't we. What do you gotta do? Wait, what's going on here? Uh-oh. Whoa, okay. 13 years ago, a person died at Hotel Cape West. The deceased was Kathy McGrath. The voice of an elderly man comes from the tape. Investigation memo number 0083. That's Frank's voice, all right. The state of the 4th floor is just as it was 13 years ago. My initial sweep of the room 404, where Kathy McGrath's body was found, is complete. Before vacating this building, I must find the lost items connected with Condor. Kathy McGrath. That's the name of the victim from the murder 13 years ago. Now I know that it was the room 404 that her body was discovered in too. Looks like Frank's been looking into the events of the murder that took place. But what does that mean by lost items connected with Condor? The question is, why is Frank investigating the incident from 13 years ago? Without wanting to jump to any conclusions, maybe he's got some sort of connection to the hotel. I think it's time for me to get my head together. After returning from a walk early on December 21st, I ran to Mag's. I asked if I could take a look around the 4th floor, but she refused. Someone overheard my chat with Mags. That person was... oh, sneaky little Dylon. Dylon said that he'd gladly show me around the 4th floor. We agreed to meet up there at 4 o'clock. My pager started bleeping, so I got Rachel on the phone. She had some new information about the murder in the hotel from 13 years ago. She revealed that the person who discovered the body was... right. The person who discovered the body was none other than Peter Rivet, who just happened to be Marie's husband. Armed with the information Rachel had given me, I went to question Marie. She talked about accusations of insurance fraud and about her husband and brother. From this chat, I learned that Mike, her brother, saw the body as well. I also learned about the little stationery thing, yeah. Marie let slip that the hotel staff used star as a secret code word. It was connected to the party that was thrown just prior to the closure of the hotel. After finishing my chat with her, I prepared my response to the order and posted it in the room 404 mailbox. I listened to Frank's tape, which I got from Tony. I finally knew what Frank had been investigating. Turns out he was looking into... Frank's looking into the murder in room 404 from 13 years ago. There was a memo regarding the unsolved murder case on Frank's tape. I listened to the entire contents of the tape. It said something about what Frank was actually trying to find. Turns out he's investigating... The last thing recorded on Frank's tape was him saying that he's looking for lost items connected with Condor. It seemed like I'm not the only one looking into this building's past. But why is Frank so focused on this, even after his retirement? Why would he still be looking into the unsolved case that happened 13 years ago? A murder 13 years ago and the disappearance of the Scarlet Star 25 years ago. There has to be some sort of connection that links the two incidents. Why do I get the feeling that my questions are just leading to more questions? You can now read the events of this chapter in the Last Window novel. Wonder how many chapters there are. Uh-huh. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Chapter 5, December 22nd. It's the phone. I reach out from my bed and grab the receiver. Hello? Come on, Rachel, can't you leave it for another 30 minutes or so? If you really want to hear my voice, call me back later. What the hell are you doing still in bed at this time? What? Hyde, it's me. Ed! So you're still sleeping, huh? Yeah, well, I was. I see. Guess this won't interest you enough to get your lazy ass out of bed anyway. Hey, hang on. I thought I'd extend the hand of friendship and give you another chance. Maybe I'll have to reconsider, seeing as you can't even be bothered to get out of bed. Have a nice life, Hyde. Ed, wait, don't be a big baby. You're right. Someone who sleeps until 10 on a Monday shouldn't be given a second chance. Go on. It's just that I've been getting lazy recently and need to regain my focus. I know I gotta get my act together, and what? Talk to me, Ed. What did you want to say? I want to work for you again. So just tell me what I have to do. Sell stuff, Hyde. It ain't that hard, you know. You can start with your current inventory. Try selling some to the local residents. You seriously think the people here are gonna buy this stuff? Of course they will. It's extremely hard to sell stuff to the people around you. That's why I think it's only fitting for you to try, because it helps if you're on good terms. If you manage to defy all the odds and sell some of the stuff to your neighbors, I'll give you that second chance we discussed. I'll leave it to you which stuff you try and sell. You got plenty to choose from. Make successful sales to 2 of your neighbors, then give me a call. Will do. That's all I wanted to say. Hang on, Ed. I just wanted to ask you about the order sheet. I already told you you can't accept orders that don't go through me first. Forget about it and focus on making those sales. Rachel. Hi there, sweetie. Now that's the kind of voice I'd like to be woken up to. Easy there, Kyle. Anyway, do you really think you can sell some of your goods to the people in your building? I'll give it a try. Gotta face facts, though, with everyone getting ready to leave this place. Chances are they're trying to deal with too many of their own problems to want to buy household goods from me. You're still in with a chance, though. Really? You think? Yes, there's always a chance you'll get lucky. All you gotta do is find out just what the customer wants. And if you know you've got what they're looking for, selling it to them should be no problem. Maybe you're right. Like I said, I'll give it a try. I'll be keeping my fingers crossed for you. I'm keen to see how you do this. Great. Hey Kyle, have you found a new place to live yet? Still looking. If I can't find a place in time, maybe... Absolutely not. The space in my room's already spoken for. It is? Yes, Mila's coming home. Is she now? That sounds good. She's coming back from art college for the winter break. Mila Evans. I remember her. I met her for the first time about a year back. It was when I found myself holed up in a joint called Hotel Dusk. She was in a bad shape and had lost part of her memory. She got mixed up in something when she was young and had no memory of it. Spent 10 years laying on a hospital bed in a deep sleep. Now she's all alone, with no relatives to look after her. How's she dealing with life at college? Well, I can't say it's all going super smoothly, but she's not slacking off. She seems to keep a lot to herself, though. She says she'd rather not bother us with it. Kyle, I think she's come home so she can see you again. She gives the impression she's got things to say, but only wants to share them with you. I'll let you know when she gets here. Got it. Thanks, Rachel. There's something else I want to ask you. What is it? I need you to check up on the word condor and see if it's connected to anything special. Condor? I'll certainly look into it. I'll get you on the phone as soon as anything turns up. That's what I was hoping you'd say. I better go. Good luck with the sales, Kyle. Condor is so vague. I turn the tap on and splash my face with cool and refreshing water that comes out. Choosing what to wear doesn't take me too long. Man, take a shower. Now to figure out a way to entice the other tenants to buy some of my stuff. Might be a good idea to find out exactly what I got with me. Okay, which is in, what, the cardboard box? Oh boy. A doorknob set with a lock. Selling doorknobs door to door. Is this Ed's idea of a joke? Super strength adhesive. Quick drying and made to work on plastic and glass. Better keep it away from me. A snow globe? How festive. Shake it and it looks like snow's falling on the little house inside. Ed always says seasonal items sell the best. A security lock. Twice as good as any lock. Just put it on your door and see? Inspiring blurb there. A tin of wax. This thing will make anything shine like the sun, apparently. A tube of glue. I think this is more industrial style glue. Takes time, but it works on wood and paper. Concentrated detergent. Removes any sign of dirt or stains. Why do I need bleach if I have this? Powerful bleach. Gets rid of stubborn stains in an instant. Not to be used on colors or patterns. So it's useful on white stuff. Great. A little pocket camera. It's portable and easy to use. Wish I could afford one. A solar calculator. Stores sunlight and uses it to power the calculator, or something. Not cheap, though. Surface cleaner. Only Red Crown's cheap enough to sell surface cleaner in miniature tin like this. Come on, show me the pen. A pen that writes in invisible ink. So whatever you write down disappears after a while. And how do you make it appear again? And that should be everything, so... Looks like there might be some sellable items here after all. Might as well take them all with me. I empty the entire contents of the box and take them with me. Wouldn't you know, it's the phone again. I'm so popular these days. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Hello, Kyle. Mom? So that's where you are. I just called Red Crown, but you weren't there. They told me you were taking a short vacation. Yeah? You seem to be taking a lot of time off, Kyle. Is everything okay? You haven't got yourself into some kind of trouble at work, have you? Of course not. Everything's fine. Good, then I can stop worrying. But why are you calling work anyway? I needed to speak to Ed about something. What was it? I got a call from the LAPD this morning. They've decided to reopen the case surrounding your father. Reopen it? It looks like they're going to start early next year. I wanted to let Ed know. When he was on the original case 25 years ago and they officially ceased investigating, he was the only one who took the time to see me in person and break the news. Why would the LAPD show such a sudden interest in reopening the case? I wasn't sure, but Ed said something about a possible reason. He thinks it's all down to the mayoral candidate Hugh Speck. He used to work on the force, and he's made it his mission to wage war on organized crime. Yeah, I saw part of his speech on TV. He was saying lots of stuff like that. Still, reopening a case that closed 25 years ago can't be easy. You're right. Bet there's a hell of a lot of red tape. Don't get your hopes up too high though, Mom. There's no guarantee that they'll get to the bottom of it this time either. I understand that, but who knows? Maybe they simply overlooked something before. I've thought about it long and hard. Why did he have to die like that? Who would want to kill him? I never found out the truth behind his death. I wonder whether knowing the truth would have helped me overcome the grief or not. Maybe if I'd known, I wouldn't be forced to live the life I do now. Do you really want to know the truth behind what happened to your father? I do now. Even if it reveals things I didn't want to know about him. I need to know the truth behind what happened. Chris Hyde was my dad, and I feel it's my duty to find out the reason for his death. I understand how you must be feeling, Kyle. The LAPD have promised to let me know if there are any developments in the case. That's good to know. So they're reopening the case about my old man. The chat with my mom brought back what Rex said the other day. I somehow know that if I can locate the Scarlet Star that went missing 25 years ago, it might bring me closer to finding out how my dad died. Okay, I think it's time to try and complete Ed's little assignment. Guess a guy like me is the only suited to work for a place like Red Crown. Okay, well, it has been pretty close to 30 minutes, so I'm going to end this video here. So stay tuned for the next one when we try and peddle this junk to other customers to try and get our job back at Red Crown. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye!